Hello, welcome back. So, we are faced with a few interesting choices here. I've been looking around the map and I think realistically our best options are we either come down south, take out the mummies, take out the water elementals as well. Potentially could skip the water elementals, but I don't think we want to do that because if we do go and take the mummies on, we probably want to be opening up this passage here, otherwise we're going to have to waste an extra turn or two coming around all these mountains, and it just won't be worth it. Other option would be to build up and to try and take on the throng of iron golems. Now a throng is quite a lot, so I'm not massively keen on that idea. I don't think that's going to be doable for a little while. Next option would probably be to take on the diamond golems, because on reflection a pack isn't that many. Although it's not something we could take on with an army the size of our current army. It's something we could potentially do in maybe a week's time or something like that. But I think, looking at the map initially, I think I do just want to go and take on the mummies and the water elementals. Although not just yet, because I think these two units are kind of on a par, if not slightly better than any units I currently have. So if I take them on with roughly equal numbers, I'm going to be completely relying on a mixture of spells and trying to trick the AI in order to gain the advantage there, so I don't think we're ready for that. So in the meantime, we kind of have a few more economic choices. We can either start investing in some more buildings, such as the upgraded Pillar of Eyes, which is so expensive. I mean, it's not like expensive in terms of raw resources, but it's expensive in terms of the variety of resources it costs, and I'm not very keen on the idea, because if you look at the Manticore's lair, we're going to need as much sulfur as we can get, and losing sulfur to the Pillar of Eyes is not worth it. To add to that, Evil Eyes are really not much better than Beholders, so it's not really worth investing in that. Chapel of Stilled Voices and pretty much everything else is going to require wood. And wood is a bit of a problem, because before I loaded up the game, I kind of took it as a given that if I took out the mummies, I could just swing around the side and pick up the sawmill. But on reflection, there's a massive forest and many mountains in the way, so whether that would actually lead to the sawmill is a different question. There is some wood up here if we take on the Gogs, which is quite doable. And then we can also take on the Silver Pegasi, which would be easier than taking on the Golems. And probably would be doable. But again, we're not quite there yet. We need to build up some more units. And I don't think it's the right time to try and save up for the castle or the capital. They're both just too expensive. So there's not a whole lot to do really, other than to wait a few more turns. Another option would be to buy Gunnar, which I would normally be very fond of doing, because logistics is one of, if not the best skill in the game. Well, maybe not the best if you compare it to things like diplomacy in certain circumstances, or necromancy. But a logistics specialty is crazy good. But I don't really think it's worth buying him at a time when we're so poor, when he comes with nothing but trogs. And trogs are like the one thing that I don't think is worth buying at all. Harpies and Beholders are probably the things that are going to get us out of this kind of messy situation. And I think it's going to be at least 2 or 3 turns before we've built up a decent force of those, so we are going to have to probably just pull back into the base. Alternatively, I could go after the archers just for the sake of an extra spell point. Whether that's actually worth it, I'm not really sure. If they spawn with marksmen, I would say it's probably not worth it. But there's no way to find that out other than trying, and thinking about it, I do prefer that idea to just doing literally nothing for several turns, so I guess that is what we'll have to do. Because yeah, I don't want to buy any of that. The Mana Vortex would actually be really nice, but not yet. not where it means that we can't buy more beholders and harpies. So we're going to have to hold back on that for a while. And meanwhile, let's just park this guy here, get him ready to transfer a few more units next turn. Then end the turn and hope for the best and hope that no one's going to appear, which it looks like it is all quiet for now. So let's see what we can buy. When it comes to the choice between beholders and harpies, and which is the more efficient, I really don't know. I have been finding the harpies to be a little bit too variable in how much damage they do. Beholders is a bit more safe. And there is a kind of added factor to that, which is that the mummies cast Curse when they attack. And when you get cursed, you're doing minimum possible damage, which is not good on a creature with 1 to 4 damage range. So we probably want to be more reliant on beholders than harpies. So we'll buy as many of them as we can. 12 for now. And we'll send those up to Jeddite. And just grab this spell power. Hopefully we won't take too many losses here. Just to be safe, I'm gonna send over one more harpy. And let's see what happens. Okay, they do come with marksman, which is really bad. I think I just want to weaken those as quickly as possible. But they are going to get at least 1 turn of shooting me, which is not nice. Let's see if we can bait them. No, they do go for the trogs, that's not too surprising. Well, these guys haven't gone yet, so I need to shoot them. Unfortunately, they do get morale. Yeah, I think we want to just deal with the marksman for now. Okay, they did like no damage. Okay, so it looks like we're just going to lose the trogs, which is not too bad. You've got 6 health, you've got 10. Okay, I'm kind of surprised they're still alive, but I'll take it. Yeah, I think in the long run that's very easily worth it, because otherwise we would have just been sat in the town for several turns. Whereas now we have 9 ore, which is not useful, but an extra spell power will last for pretty much the entire game. And also, because we do have intelligence and we will have the mana vortex, it's definitely more useful for us to be increasing our spell power than our knowledge. We're not going to be struggling for spell points in the mid to late game, so spell power is kind of our biggest priority in magic terms. Apart from possibly upgrading the Mage's Guild, which again is just it's too expensive in a town that requires lots of precious resources. So I don't think we'll do that. We'll send this guy up to see what we can get at the windmill. Could be a game changer if we get some sulfur. And I'd happily take wood as well. But it won't happen just yet. Okay, crystal. Don't really need it. It's not really going to help. We haven't been there yet. Three ore. Okay, I'm not getting much luck with the windmills. And I'm loath to miss out on Gunnar. But I think we have to, because frankly we don't need trogs. And then next turn we should be ready. Send this guy back just in case. Okay, 800 gold. I probably should have stayed above 1,000 just so I could... Well, I can still get there. Let's do that actually. Crystal's not going to be too important, so let's just get rid of some of that. And then the Mana Vortex. I don't know if we get the spell points straight away, we might have to spend the night, I'm not sure about that. But it's more useful than the other two. So let's get it. Okay, double spell points, let's have a look. It sounds like it's already applied. Okay, yeah, 90 spell points, so we should be ready to take on both of those fights now. But we can give it one more day, if we want to. Which I'm not sure I do. In terms of buying more units, I mean. I'm not sure I want to still be spending money on units now. We'll leave it for now. Still no sign of any of the players. Okay. It's the same choice as usual, Mushroom Rings, Pillar of Eyes. Neither are really worth the money right now. Give our units back. So the reason I'm considering splitting the Harpies instead of the Trogs is because if the Water Elementals spawn with Ice Elementals, that's going to be a big problem. They're quite awkward to deal with. And you want to be getting to them as soon as possible. Although I think they don't have a hand-to-hand penalty, so potentially not as important as it was in the last fight. I will leave one out just in case, and then split the Trogs. And I think this should be pretty winnable. Yeah, okay. So there's no Ice Elementals, so we can just hang back. And there's absolutely no downside to using spells. See if we can lure this thing. Yeah, okay. Okay, this was not worth worrying about. This was not worth all that agonizing. Let's not get too cocky. Can they get around? Yes, they can. Now then, 5 speed versus 5 speed. But if I'm the attacker, I think that means I go first. I should have paid more attention to this. Let's have a look. So it looks like the water elementals are going to go before the beholders. So frankly, let's not take losses. Apart from that guy. That's fine. Not a great choice. Pathfinding, I just don't like it that much. There's a good argument for it. Especially because we know there's swamps to the north. And swamps are a nightmare to go through without pathfinding. But I don't like it because if I pick pathfinding, then I've got to give up on something more useful, like earth magic, which, okay, let's be clear, earth magic is pretty much essential. Without earth magic, this is all going to fall apart. Not literally, but it's so much less useful to have a resurrection specialist when you can't actually permanently resurrect your units. But there are some other more borderline skills like tactics and offense and armorer, which I'd all much rather have than pathfinding, to be honest. The Ring of Life is pretty decent. It'll help the trogs survive a bit more easily. Okay, we can see a bit more now. So there's Lizardmen guarding Sulphur and the Harpy Loft. We didn't really gain very much. And it also looks like the block is just going to go all the way. Looks like there's no way through. See if we can scout a bit. Didn't realise I left this guy with a beholder. That doesn't make sense. See if we can see anything at all. Ah. Okay. So that does not accomplish anything. Which means I think we have to try and build up and take on the diamond golems. But those things are quite tough. And they're also not going to take any damage at all from magic arrow. That's a bit of a pain. The Harpy Loft is probably worth going for because we can potentially get the Portal of Summoning, which would essentially nearly double our Harpy production every week. I think it's worth having at least one external dwelling, and I can't see any other good options anywhere, so that's got to be worth doing. It's not a great fight. As for whether the mummies are worth taking on, I feel like they probably are, just because we shouldn't take too many losses. It shouldn't be much harder than the elementals, really. Yeah, let's go for it. Yep, that looks pretty acceptable. And probably avoidable as well. And yeah, they're not even going the right way. Yeah, I think that's worth doing. Okay, that was a no-brainer, in hindsight. Lizardmen should be pretty low losses, I think. Okay, we don't even have to fight them, and because they're ranged units, it's pretty much guaranteed losses, so we won't do that. Okay, we've got lots of sulfur. That's a minor benefit. We've also got mercury income, so at this point, as a kind of move of desperation, it might be worth starting to swap mercury for wood. Or ore. I can definitely swap some ore. Let's get rid of lots of that. Okay, so that's given us a few more choices. Do we go for the income route, or do we go for the increased power route? I think at this stage I'm leaning more towards income. It's going to be a couple of turns till we can get the castle, and then many more turns for the capital. But we could take on the Silver Pegasi. And the Gogs. And that's probably the next step, I think. Evil Eyes there might not be too bad. Yeah, I think we will go that way. So Medusas gives us an extra ranged unit to use, which is going to be helpful against pretty much everything. This guy, I don't think there's anything too useful for him to be doing, so let's just build him up just in case we do end up using him. And Orin, he can check out the windmill, just in case we get some wood. More ore, okay, that's not too useful. Perhaps he can go back this way. Lots of serpent flies, is that worth taking on for some crystal? War Machine Factory, it's not worth spending the money on that stuff, although an ammo cart is probably going to be pretty useful. Probably the Medusa's biggest weakness is that it only gets 4 shots. Not great. But again, ammo cart not really worth spending the money on at this point. But is it worth going for them just for the sake of training? A little bit more experience, plus someone else can come and pick that stuff up later. I think we might as well, we've got an okay army now. Okay, day 7, so if there's any turn I'd consider buying the mushroom rings, it's this one, and I have realised I didn't go for the Harpy Loft. Ah, okay. Let's see what it's guarded by. Oh, you just go straight in, okay. Okay, I thought that would be guarded, but it's not. I guess it's level 3 and above that's guarded. We could even buy Gunnar. And he would be more useful than the mushroom rings, that's for sure. In the long term. So I think I will do that. Let's take these out first. Ah, they've got dragonflies. So those could cause me some problems, but probably won't. Yeah, that's fine. I think we do just want to go straight in there. Okay, so they've got 20 health each. So if we do like 120 damage, that's gonna kill all of them just. Harpy hags should go before the serpent flies. Plus I can weaken them. Oh wait, what? Okay, maybe it just like flips. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, that's fine. Bit confused by turn order sometimes. Silver Pegasi. Okay, I know what we'll do. We will get Gunnar. Using resources that we don't need. Because he alone can actually already get to Jeddite, so I guess I can send this guy out, although I'm not sure what he's going to do. He could pick up the harpies. But no, I don't think we need that either, so he's kind of surplus to requirements right now. I mean, maybe later on when we've opened up the map a bit more, I could use him for something, but he's a bit crap. Manticore specialty, don't really need that. I don't think we need him for anything, but we'll leave him there. Okay, we're up to week 4 now. And this is not a great amount of progress, but hopefully once the Pegasi are down, we'll be doing a bit better. Dace is another decent hero, but not worth spending the money on. Let's get some more beholders. Actually, bit of swapping to do here. Firstly, I think we should probably get some more money. Upgrade these things. Is that everything? I think so. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much everything we can afford right now, going up to Jeddite. Probably have to grab them myself. No, actually, we're okay. And now I think we definitely want to take on the Pegasi. That should definitely be doable. And since this guy's not doing too much, let's send him about halfway. Okay. Well, again, we got no wood. There's not too much that we can do to actually upgrade the town. I mean, we could get the wood this turn, in which case we might want to start thinking about buying... Well, we don't need wood for anything really, apart from the castle. And the castle we can't afford either way. So I think it does make sense to just buy more units. And yeah, I don't want to use the marketplace too much because we're just getting ripped off every time we try it. Now if we're lucky, the Gogs won't want to fight. I would have thought they'd run away. Just to be safe. Let's split the harpies. Okay, yep, we don't have to fight them, so that's good. And now for the actual, more difficult fight. I think we can do this. Yeah, okay. We should do better than the AI. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, man. Okay. Resurrection's got... Oh yeah, okay, so these things increase the cost of your spells by 2, which is not great. I think that morale boost was the most annoying thing of all. And we've kind of lost our ranged units' power. Let's just get rid of these. It is tempting to attack them with the beholders because they're not going to take too much retaliation, but then I can be blocked off by just one of these units, which is not great. Okay, that is good. That kind of makes up for what happened earlier. Doesn't really make a difference which one I shoot. Let's just go for these. That's fine. I'd much rather they go for the trogs than anyone else. Okay, that wasn't great, but it's worth it. And plus we got earth magic, so hopefully that'll be one of our last big lost fights. I think we need advanced earth magic before we actually get to resurrect permanently. But earth magic's also good. I think it increases the damage of magic arrow, which is not going to help if we go straight in for the diamond golems. But I'm not really planning to do that. In the meantime, I mean, it kind of seems like the obvious thing to do now is to go and fight the iron golems, the diamond golems, not the iron ones. The iron ones would be much harder. 37 beholders is not bad. It's just the lack of help from my spells, which kind of swings the balance against me. Try and get this wood. Okay, what can we do with another 5 wood? I think we need 10 for the castle, so we need to get another 5 from somewhere. Extra gold will be nice though. Okay, so we're up to 3,000 gold per turn, which is not bad. It's only 1,000 worse than a capital. Plus we'll be up to 5,000 per turn once we get the capital. So at that point it's just the lack of sawmill that's a problem. Lots of Archmage, I really think that's just... it's not a good fight. You don't want to be doing that. It's probably worth seeing how many of these evil eyes there are. Pack of diamond golems. I feel like it's probably doable. But that doesn't mean it's a good idea. If we take massive losses, then that's not the best. Although we can recruit a few more units. Sling them along next turn. I think that's the best option. And then we just need to go and look for wood. Wherever we can find wood. There's got to be some underground somewhere. Yeah, okay. End turn. Still no sign of the enemies, which is nice. I realise actually I haven't yet shown you guys what we're up against. So we're up against 2 Necro Towns and 2 Strongholds, and then Conflux, so it's an interesting collection of rivals. Isra is probably the one I'm most worried about. We're playing on an extra large map with Underground, and we've got the Necromancy Specialist, who is just going to be just hoovering up souls and turning them into skeletons, and if we meet him quite late on, he could have a pretty massive force. But I'm not too worried. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. The AI is not going to be amazing at exploiting the stronger hero specialties. We're not playing Horn of the Abyss, so if you don't know what Horn of the Abyss is, it's a fan-made expansion. It's one of my favourite mods of anything ever. It's absolutely brilliant in its quality, and one thing it does is it kind of nerfs necromancy, pretty much cuts all the rates in half. So we are playing on Shadow of Death, so it's going to be double the necromancy rate compared to Horn of the Abyss. But if it's the AI I'm playing against, I'm not too worried. I think that'll be fine. We definitely don't want to waste wood on that. Yeah, let's just buy some units. There's not too much to buy. I don't think it's worth buying the Trogs. They're really not going to make a difference. Wait, other way around. No? That is the right way around. Okay. very minor waste of movement points. Just slightly confused because Orin is actually a good hero, and I don't want to just be reducing him to being merely a unit transporter, but that's kind of all he can do right now. Okay, 4 more crystal. And now, let's take these golems on. One thing that could definitely happen is we beat the golems, and then we find that on the other side there's just yet another block that we can't really deal with. And we don't really have anything we can do about that other than just hoping it doesn't happen. Spell points are slowly running out now. But resurrections got cheaper. That's good. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, that's not bad. 17. I thought there'd be more. I was expecting, yeah, quite a few more than that. We might be okay. Let's just wait with everyone, see if they come forward. Just need to try and stop them hitting the Medusas. Okay, they're slightly out of range of the harpies, which is a bit of a shame. Put them here. Okay, can you reach us? Okay, good. So the meat shield is working. They're not going to be able to hit us next turn. They can't get morale, because they're not alive. Ah, these guys might just get killed. Which is fine. It's 9 trogs. It's fine. Now, I think I gotta shoot these. 1 health left, okay. We won't spend a hit on that. Okay, that kind of cost us 2 trogs, but fine. Meat shield, it's gonna help us slightly. Now how far can they go? They can't get the beholders, which is good. They can easily get the Medusas. But they shouldn't do much damage. I don't think, yeah, they won't get a kill. Okay, 3 kills on the trogs. Fine. The fights so far have not been quite as painful as I've been anticipating, but it's better to stay on the safe side. Advanced Earth Magic. So now we can resurrect permanently, and that could be a pretty massive boost. But right now we only have enough spell points to resurrect twice. But I don't think we want to be taking it too far. Torso of Legion I really like, especially on a map like this where we might have to play defensively. It increases our creature growth, which could be quite important. Let's just see what we're dealing with. Okay. Ominously, I'm not seeing any collectible resources so far, which at worst could suggest that someone's been here already. But we've barely seen anything so far, so nothing to worry about really. And yeah, I think we need to save gold. See if we can send him in to do some exploring. He can move first next turn. Okay, we have to be slightly nervous now because I think we'll probably encounter somebody soon. Okay, pack of Nagas. It does look to me like someone might have been here. Yeah, I think someone's been here. Gonna risk Gunnar. Just send him as far as he can go. Yeah, someone's definitely been here, so we're about to potentially find ourselves in a fight we're not ready for. Horde of rocks, don't seem to be guarding anything, from what I can see. I'm tempted to go for the Shrine of Magic Thought. That's a free level 3 spell, we shouldn't take any losses to Infernal Trogs. Yeah, we just need to be worried because someone could come and attack us. Day 4. Minotaurs are really good. So let's just go for that. And we'll send Orin back. How much does it cost to actually get? Okay, 5 wood, yeah. I'm not going to spend 5 wood on getting Infernal Trogs right now. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any other way of getting wood so far. I'm going to have to move this guy somewhere. I'm going to have to take some kind of risk. Looks like I've blocked him off with Sinker. I just think that's the obvious thing to do though. Let's go for the spell. Some easy XP as well. The other option would be just to follow the path, which will inevitably lead to a city. But it might be a city that I don't want to be going near, so I think we're going to have to probably sacrifice Gunnar to find that out. Okay, let's see what happens. Someone spotted us now. Okay, interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to transfer. I'm going to transfer 4 harpies. I'm going to send Sinker up to Gunnar. Move the harpies over, split the harpies so he can run away if he gets attacked. Yeah, that's unclaimed, but it's guarded by diamond golems, so that's not too surprising. Someone has 100% been here. Necro Town is probably one of the other's main bases. Blue Town. Currently open. Oh my god. Someone's gonna come back to take this. We can't defend it. He's already built everything. That's a nice thing to get, but 5 harpies defending it? Someone's gonna come back and kill us. I don't want to run off without the spell, but we want to be able to scare them off. Let's do some more exploring. Okay. I don't think there's anything we can do here. Although we could recruit Dace. Have a bit more of a defense. Blue's strongest hero is not looking too strong. Just from stats alone. He's got no towns, so that was his only town, so he can't be far. And no one else has a second town yet. That's pretty good. I think that's potentially, if it works out, that could be a game changer. Now let's send him out to explore. Oh, sawmill. Now do I go for the sawmill, or do I keep looking for a rival to see what I'm actually up against? I really want the wood. I need the wood. And do I go for the harpies, or do I wait here in case I'm needed to send some units along? A few extra harpies is not really worth risking things for. Oh my god, okay, so he's not even near, he's off in distant lands somewhere. So we just got a free town, and I'm pretty sure we can defend that. It's just been visited. Someone's visited it, but it's 6 days into the week, so that doesn't mean that much. There's a free spell there. Okay. So blue has done something that I often do, which is send my main hero way too far away from my main town, lose my main town, and then find myself in a very unfortunate situation. But this time we're the beneficiary, so it's all good. And that is a very unexpected turn of events. I don't really have to rush my hero there anymore. I can actually turn back and take on another pack of iron golems, diamond golems even. Get some more experience, get the torso of Legion. Alternatively, I don't want to take on Power Liches, I don't want to take on Mighty Gorgons. That's going to be explored, I'm pretty sure. Free defense there. Dragonfly Hive, I don't think we're really strong enough. Let's just keep exploring. I will go this way because this is more within reach of the main hero. Another gold mine. That's gotta be worth going for. Oh, here we go. That's not his main hero though. But yeah, Sinker's gone, which is fine, because he was kind of, like I said, he was kind of surplus to requirements, but he's a goner. Do we go straight for the castle now, or do we try and beef this up a bit? We could get Black Knights. Having undead in the team, not the team, but the army, having undead in your army does lower your morale. So there is a downside to it. Plus we can't buy them this turn even if we do sell loads of resources. It'd have to be next turn. That does appeal to me more than a castle right now. Because what's the castle going to get me? It's going to get me a few extra Minotaurs. It's going to allow me to afford the capital. But I think we'll get that next week, either way. I don't want to send my main hero up to chase Septiana, because that's not even his strongest hero. I assume his strongest hero is somewhere near Dace. Yeah, I think the good middle ground would be just to take on the Lizard Warriors. Yep, let's go for it. Okay, they do want to fight, and they're going to do a fair bit of damage. But we can resurrect. Twice. Okay. Okay, that's kind of annoying, they're kind of spreading out their damage. Not good for using Resurrect. And we might not want to use Magic Arrow because we might be able to regenerate just enough spell points to use Resurrection later. Okay. So the Harpies are going to take a beating. The Beholders should be okay. These guys are going to die. Let's just make sure they can't shoot again. Who's been? They're the same speed? No, we're way faster, so they've all been, surely. Okay, that's fine. How many can I resurrect? That doesn't tell me much. Okay, that's not going to tell me how many I can get back, so I should probably wait till the end of the fight. Okay, they've run out of shots. Just gonna leave them there. It's definitely not worth using them just to block. Definitely coming to the end now. Okay, now we resurrect. And that's got to be pretty close to what we had at the beginning. Okay, so we lost 3, which is just going to be the other stacks. And that's it. We did use all our spell points, which is not ideal. But we can get those back. We've got an extra 1,000 gold a day. If we can hang on to the gold mine. I don't know what blue's going to have. And I don't really need to spend the gold on the Hall of Darkness this turn. I can do that next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna save my gold this turn. Orin, what should you do? Slightly worried that someone's going to come through these evil eyes and just take me out. Which would only be fair because it's exactly what we did to blue, but no, we should be okay. A town called Agony, that sounds nice. Sounds very pleasant. Yeah, okay, let's just end the turn. See what blue wants to do. He's gonna take that guy out. That's fine. Let's see if we can keep him alive for long enough. Is she gonna go? Yeah, she goes straight in. Kills. What? Why'd she split them? Oh well. He's gone. Okay, here we go. Here's the main guy. Let's see what he's got. Ooh, tactics. Okay, that gives us some time to actually see what's going on here. So he's got 3 liches, 7 whites and 7 Walking Dead. He sucks. He's bad. He's not gonna get his town back. Cool. I mean, can we save this guy? I think we can. We're the fastest on the field. Yep, let's just run him away. We're not going to use him for anything, but why lose him? He's not even coming back for his town. He knows he's not going to get it. He's just leaving. He's going to go look for another town somewhere. Up to 11,000. Have we got a capital? No. We can buy one. But on day 7, that's not really what you want to do. You want to... yeah. Definitely want the Hall of Darkness. Which stops us buying a castle, but we can buy... I mean, this might be the turn to get the mushroom rings. Have a few more trogs next week. Why the hell not? Dwarven Treasury. No, let's we should definitely take out Septiana. Bit of a waste of movement points, but maybe there's something worthwhile up there. And are there any heroes we want to recruit? Nagash. I mean, he comes with necromancy. Plus 350 gold heroes are the types of heroes you want to be kind of leaving in your towns, but... I mean, you never know, on a map this big, necromancy could be quite useful. Let's have him. Gunnar. I think our best candidates for extra heroes are going to be Gunnar. Then Nagash can potentially have a Necro army. And then Jeddite will do most of the heavy lifting. And that could be a good system. Let's just finish this off. Okay. So I can do it without losses, so yeah, let's do that. Fire magic. For the same reasons I mentioned in the last part, I'm not bothered about getting fire magic. I'd much rather get, like, maybe even water magic, just to make the harpies a bit better with bless. Although we don't have bless yet, but, you know, level 1 spells, you pretty much do get all of them eventually. Expert earth magic is going to be nice. And it's tempting to explore further, but I think we want to properly finish blue off. Plus we can get some reinforcements. There is an argument for sending Orin up with a few more units. Now that I'm kind of doing pretty well, I'm less keen on hero chaining. It's not really a strategy that I enjoy doing. It feels a bit exploitative. I'll do it if I'm on the back foot, but against AI, I don't think you need to resort to things like that. I prefer not to if I don't have to. So I might not be playing with hero chains in mind. On the other hand, I think we had a previous playthrough on this game where I said I don't like using fly and dimension door, and then I think the whole game just turned into me chasing down the AI and the AI running away, and in the end I just thought, screw it. Let's try and wrap this up. But we're not ready to do something like that yet. In fact, Red looks stronger than us, just looking at raw stats. Was Blue the one who started with Isra? I think he was. So where's Isra? What happened to Isra? Not the strongest hero, apparently. Can't have much of an army. Dunno. It's a mystery. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll We'll find out sooner or later what's going on with him. In the meantime, I think we have done plenty. I'm feeling much more optimistic now, so that's all good. I think we're good to end the part there. In the next part, we will be most likely finishing off blue. If not that, we'll be taking advantage of some of the many resources we can see lying around here. Lots of stat boosts and other nice things. And we can build up our towns pretty easily as well. We've now got a really nice amount of income, currently 6,350 per turn. If we get a capital, that will go up to 8,350, so that's all good. Hope you enjoyed the part, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.